I thought the self-driving problem would be hard, but it was harder than I thought.
After a long and stressful day at work, it is so taxing to make a long drive home. It is even more frustrating if you have to beat the traffic. However, with an autonomous car, you can afford to sleep, watch your favorite TV show, or play a game on your computer as the autonomous car drives you home. Thanks to Elon Musk and his company Tesla Corporation, which is dedicated to manufacturing robotic cars on a large scale.
If you are new here, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. If you like the content, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up and sharing your views in the comments down below.
Alright, let's check out Elon's reaction on when the driverless cars will be fully in use. Have a look.
My guess is in probably 10 years, it will be very unusual for cars to be built that are not fully autonomous. 10 years.
10 years from now.
Yeah. I think almost all cars built will be capable of full autonomy in about 10 years.
At the World Government Summit in 2017, the Tesla founder told the attendants that using a self-driving car will be so simple. He compares it to taking an elevator. Check it out.
Getting in a car will be like getting in an elevator. You just tell it where you want to go, and it takes you there with extreme levels of safety, and that'll be normal. Like for elevators, there used to be elevator operators. You get in, there'd be a guy moving a lever. Now you just get in, you press the button, and that's taken for granted.
The most important question that people ask themselves is, how safe is the robotic car? In America alone, more than 100 people die every day as a result of road accidents. Therefore, the autonomous driver will make more sense if it will be the better and keener driver on the road. In a conversation with TED's Chris Anderson, Elon said that Tesla is working on the best technologies which will ensure that the self-driving vehicle is safe.
So leaving aside regulation for a second, that in terms of the technology alone, the time when someone will be able to buy one of your cars and literally just take their hands off the wheel and go to sleep and wake up and find that they've arrived, how far away is that?
That's about 2 years. The real trick of it is not, how do you make it work, say 99.9% of the time? Because if a car crashes, say 1 in 1,000 times, then you're probably still not going to be comfortable falling asleep. You shouldn't be, certainly. But by the same token, it's never going to be perfect. No system is going to be perfect. But if you say it's perhaps, the car is unlikely to crash in 100 lifetimes or 1,000 lifetimes, then people are like, okay, wow. If I would live 1,000 lives, I would still most likely never experience a crash. Then that's probably okay.
Sleep. Maybe, I guess a big concern of yours is that people may actually get seduced too early to think that this is safe, and that you'll have some horrible incident happen that puts things back.
Well, I think that the autonomy system is likely to at least mitigate the crash, except in rare circumstances. The thing to appreciate about vehicle safety is this is probabilistic. Right. So that there's some chance that anytime a human driver gets in the car that they will have an accident. That is their fault. It's never zero. So the key threshold for autonomy is how much better does autonomy need to be than a person before you can rely on it.
But once you get that literally safe hands-off driving, the power to disrupt the whole industry seems massive, because at that point you've spoken of people being able to buy a car, drops you off at work, and then you let it go and provide a sort of Uber-like service to other people, earn you money, maybe even cover the cost of your lease of that car.
Exactly.
So you can kind of get a car for free. Is that really likely?
Yeah, absolutely. This is what will happen. So there will be a shared autonomy fleet where you buy your car and you can choose to use that car exclusively. You could choose to have it be used only by friends and family, only by 5-star other drivers who are rated 5-star. You can choose to share it sometimes, but not other times. That's 100% what will occur. It's just a question of when.
It is quite fascinating and mind-boggling when you learn how driverless cars work. An excellent example is Tesla cars that have autopilot features that make them autonomous. The autonomous cars have powerful cameras that give it a 360-degree visibility. What makes it more interesting is that the selfless driving cars will be communicating with each other. As a result, autonomous cars will choose a road that has little congestion when they are notified by other self-driving cars that a certain road has a traffic jam. You will also not be worried about a parking space when you visit your favorite mall. The driverless car will do it for you by making an advance booking of the parking slot. At least we can forget about those rogue drivers who block others by parking their vehicles carelessly. At the TED show, Musk used a video to explain in detail how autonomous vehicles work. Have a look.
Yeah, so this is using only cameras and a GPS. So there's no LiDAR or radar being used here. This is just using passive optical, which is essentially what a person uses. The whole road system is meant to be navigated with passive optical or cameras. And so once you solve cameras or vision, then autonomy is solved. If you don't solve vision, it's not solved. So that's why our focus is so heavily on having a vision neural net that's very effective for road conditions.
Right, many other people are going the LiDAR route. You want cameras plus radar is most of it.
You can absolutely be superhuman with just cameras. Like you could probably do 10 times better than humans with just cameras.
Although the use of self-driving cars makes life easy and simple, making them is quite difficult. Making a robotic car means transferring all the human driver qualities to a software in the car. The exercise is quite expensive as it requires very many tests where the cars have to cover quite long distances while being tested. Elon Musk, who is a tech genius, found the concept of robotic cars to be harder than he had anticipated. It will probably be extremely hard for normal folks to understand and appreciate the same concept. In an interview with Lex Friedman, Musk goes ahead to explain how hard the idea of robotics cars is. Check it out.
I thought the self-driving problem would be hard, but it was harder than I thought. It's not like I thought it would be easy. I thought it would be very hard, but it was actually way harder than even that. So I mean, what it comes down to at the end of the day is to solve self-driving, you have to solve. You basically need to recreate what humans do to drive, which is humans drive with optical senses, eyes, and biological neural nets. And so in order to that's how the entire road system is designed to work, with basically passive optical and neural nets biologically. And now that we need to, for full self-driving to work, we have to recreate that in digital form.
We can trust Musk when he tells us that cars manufactured by 2029 will be fully autonomous. The Tesla CEO is really revolutionizing the automobile industry. He came with the electric vehicles, he is now working on self-driving vehicles, and sooner he will come with the flying cars. The concept of robotic cars is Elon's warning to all those men who make a living behind the wheel. The idea of self-driving vehicles is unstoppable, making change inevitable.
If you are new here, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. If you like the content, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up and sharing your views in the comments down below.